So I started doing Norwex about 2.5 months ago, selling it, I guess, okay? I started using it about 4 or 5 years ago, right? All right, now it's been about a little over 5 years because it was right when I was pregnant with my son. I'm a physical therapist during the day, and for my regular job, I'm a pediatric physical therapist, so I see kids age 0 to 18, and most of my caseload I go, and I'm like 0 to 3-year-olds, so I go into a lot of different homes. What's that? Oh, I'm like, she's telling me that they're recording, and I'm not used to doing that. So I go into a lot of different homes throughout the week, and so how I was introduced to it is I was in this home with a child that had severe allergies. And the mom was saying that she had to give him several breathing treatments throughout the day. His skin allergies were really bad. I mean, you could not touch this child without his skin falling off. He had a very rare condition. And the mom, one day, I was bringing a bag of toys in, and she'd say, well, I'm just curious how you clean the toys. And I said, well, like a disinfectant wipe, like a gentler version of like a Lysol wipe or whatever. And she's like, well, he can't be around that stuff. So she said, will you take this? And she gave me this. And she said, will you try it and use it? And she said, it's just as good as that. And I'm like, how is that? How is this with water just as good as a Clorox wipe or a disinfectant wipe? And so she's like, well, do you want to book a party with me? And that's how it started. She was selling it. People are just so passionate about these products because they really do work, and I think that that's why I have decided to start doing parties, because I just feel like everyone has to know about this. I fell in love with this stuff, and so I just love to share it. I have 2 small kids at home under 5 and under, and my own business, but I just love to still talk about this and show people, because I use it. Now I use it to clean all my toys in my practice, and it's made such a difference in my life that I like to just show it to everybody. So, a little bit about Norwex. The company's been around since about 1994, and its whole mission is to just decrease overall chemical use in our homes and to make them a safer place. I won't talk a lot about, what the chemical cleaners and the chemical products that we're using, but if you Google like a statistic of how many chemicals are on an average person's body at any one time, it's very alarming. I mean, before you leave the house, you could probably have 600 chemicals on your body, between your makeup, your deodorant, your perfume, your shampoo, your lotion, your contact, like everything. And I've really made an effort over the last few years to really minimize that on myself and my kids. I recently was diagnosed with MS in December, so even since then, I've really taken a better look at things like what we're eating, what we're putting on our bodies. But even before that, I've loved Norwex since I found it. But I started selling it because someone just asked me if I ever thought about it, and I never really had been asked that, and so I was like, well, why would I do that? And they said, because it costs $10 and you get the whole kit and you get 35% off your products, and I think you'd really be good at it because you're basically selling it anyway to everybody and you're not getting paid for it. So I was like, okay, I will do that. And so just keep that in mind tonight, because if you do love these products, or by the end of tonight you're saying, like, I would like to try a lot of these products, joining my team and becoming a consultant there's no catch to it. It is $9.99, and you get the kit and everything, and this is just a super fun way to make a little bit of extra cash and get a discount on your products. So just keep that in mind. Okay, so I'm just going to go through the catalog, and that's kind of how I do it. So I'll just have you guys kind of follow along. If I go, I'm not going to talk about every product. Obviously, we'd be here all night, but I'm going to talk about the most popular products. And then if I skip over, hi there.
I was just seeing her the other day.
If I skip over anything, that if I skip over anything that you guys want to see, then just let me know and holler out any questions or anything like that. We got some new people coming in.
I'll make more room. I'll take the lounge chair.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Queens.
Now I'm on. Oh yeah. Oh, how nice is this?
I'll let them get some food and a drink and sit down.
Oh, all right.
So, everybody's heard of microfiber, right? Who has not heard of Norwex before? Okay, good. This is awesome because I love people that have never used it before. Does anybody have Norwex in their house? I know Brenda does. Anybody else know? Do you have a little bit? What do you use?
I have the environmental cloth and the window. The
Good.
one used.
And you like it? Do you use it?
I just got them.
Okay.
So,
Alright, good.
yeah.
Because a lot of times I go to parties and they'll say,
Come on, Henry.
I've got it. It just goes in the bottom drawer and I don't know what that is. And
Come on,
I'm
Henry.
afraid to use it because they said that I can't
Henry.
use my regular detergent or whatever. And people get afraid to use it. I will clarify all that. It is a lot easier than it seems, okay? But the reason why Norwex is different than a regular microfiber cloth, oh, here comes Jennifer, than a regular microfiber cloth that you can get at, like, say, Walmart or whatever. That's, the fiber in that microfiber cloth is 1/6 of a human hair. That's what it needs to be microfiber. Well, our microfiber cloths, and I'll pass one around, you can kind of feel, this is how, this is one of our Enviro cloths, and this is mine, I've used it at home. It's kind of cold, but I ran it under hot water, it's just been sitting. This is how wet it should be when you're cleaning. I like for everybody to feel that. It's a very dense cloth. It's 1/200th of a human hair, the fibers in that cloth. And there's enough fibers in that cloth to, if you like unraveled it, to go from Canada to the Gulf of Mexico. And I'm not even kidding. It's like something like 18,000 miles. I don't even know if that makes sense. No, it's because you were normally feeling it dry.
Yeah.
So when you feel a microfiber cloth dry, it kind of sticks. You guys gotta sit
I
down.
feel like it hangs on my
You
nails.
guys gotta sit down.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, like it's like bad.
Yeah. So
It feels
it's
like a chamois.
it sticks to your hands, right? And you don't like the way it feels. Well, those are kind of like that when they're dry. Not as bad as the regular one, but who cares? Because you get it wet to clean with. So that's you only have to touch it for just a minute.
Because that's not, I could do that.
Yes, this is how you use it. So it's a higher quality microfiber. That's the first reason why it's better and why these are awesome. The second thing is this has what you'll see on the tag. It says backlock. Every fiber in this cloth is infused with microsilver, which if anybody's in healthcare, does anybody know what silver is used for in healthcare?
Burns.
Oh, I was going to say burns. That's right.
Yeah, I know
Burns and wounds, and I know when I was doing wound care at the hospital, we used it in the for the wound vacs. You put Silvadene on burns. It's basically birth control for bacteria. So it's not going to allow bacteria to breed. That's how we disinfect. So that is how. Now here's
how are you disinfecting?
So this is what I want to. This is what I want to say. This is not a magic cloth.
It just slides.
I am not claiming that water disinfects better than bleach.
Okay.
That's not what I'm saying.
I love bleach.
That is not. What I'm saying is this cloth, because of the design of it, when you take it across the surface, it has the capability to remove 99.9% of anything from a surface. That's bacteria, viruses, peanut butter, raw chicken, whatever it is. It's going to pick up everything and put it in this cloth. Then what happens to it is it gets trapped in this cloth. Another claim that we have is that it's not going to transfer back onto your hands. It's not going to transfer. If I wiped a countertop with raw chicken, I could come over here and wipe it right here, and you will not have raw chicken here. I will prove that to you in a little bit. I have a way to prove that to you at the end. But so you can clean your bathroom with this and then go clean your kitchen. However, now I will say that I did not do that, and I still don't do that. But you can do it. And I know that for a fact because I've been testing this out. You can do it. There's just other products that I have that I feel are better for the bathroom. And it's a huge mind shift to, go from using chemical cleaners to not. It takes a long time to wrap your head around it. But when you see how well these work, you will be like, there's no need for it. So this is the disinfectant. Okay? This is it. once it's in here and this cloth dries overnight, so you just use it to clean, rinse it out in hot water, hang it with the nifty tag to dry. Within 24 hours, when this cloth is dry, it's self-purified. There's no more bacteria in it.
So look at it, like you know how you're
No.
sometimes you're like
Never. So even towels that have been washed, even towels that have been washed, or water rags, dish rags,
moldy,
they're
still
clean.
moldy.
But as soon as you get them wet again, you're like, ooh.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't ever have to deal with that in my house ever again.
So
because-
you never wash those?
No, you do. You do.
Oh.
You do wash them. You launder them about. If I'm using this to just clean my house, like clean the tables, the windows, the railing. I mean, you literally can take this cloth to get a stain out of the carpet, to wipe down wood, everything. Clean your stainless steel. Clean out your fridge. Clean out your car. Do whatever. This is an Enviro cloth. It's an E. Think Enviro. Everything. You can clean everything with this. With this cloth alone, and then now if I'm just doing that, I'll just rinse it out, let it dry. I would probably launder mine every week to 10 days. Okay, that is it. It's not, and it's never gonna smell. If you have Norwex cloths or you know somebody who's had them and they say that they smell, that's because they did not care for them correctly, and we'll talk about that in just a little bit when we get to the laundry part. Okay, so they will not smell. We have a dishcloth here that I love. We'll talk about that in a minute too, but like no more dirty dish rag smell. And so because the silver is in there, it's going to purify the cloth. It's going to get rid of that bacteria and it's going to self-purify it. So that's why these are awesome, okay? So I want to start by talking about,
Sure.
I want to talk about the package that if you're new to Norwex, this is what I recommend right off the bat. This is going to take care of about 90% of your home. It's going to cut out your Windex and your Pledge and your soft scrub and everything else that you have. This, okay? This is, and this one has a scrubby thing on it, so just, the one that comes in the package won't have that. This is just a different type. But you get an Enviro cloth and a window cloth, okay? Now I'll pass this around, and I'll talk about this.
So the
next.
blue
And then
cloth
you get a
is the one that
dusting
was
mat.
just damp.
Yep, the blue cloth, and they're all different colors. There's nothing different about them. They just have different color Enviro cloths.
So you get to pick what color you want.
Yeah, when you get the package, you don't.
Mhm.
It's I believe it's a blue one, or no, it's a.
Green. Is it green?
I don't know. See, they switch it all the time,
Mhm.
but you don't really. You won't even care what color it is. You're cleaning with it, so.
Nevada might.
Although they did just come out with a black one, which I'm obsessed with because when you clean it on a dirty job, like if you're cleaning a real greasy mess, or you're cleaning your car, or you're cleaning like your outside screens or whatever, I like that it's not going to stain because you will notice that they will stain a little bit, but. So pass that around. So that is called the household package. Now I want to show you guys. I want to show you guys how this works. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to demo the difference between using this on. I'm trying to see where you guys will see it best. Okay, I'll just do it right up here. I'm going to do. I'm going to put. This is Vaseline. Okay, a lot of times I use butter, but I'm just going to use Vaseline, and I'm going to put it right up here on the window. Okay. And I'm going to put it on this window. And I just want to show you how easily and how much less time it takes to clean with the Enviro cloth and water and the window cloth versus cleaning the way we clean, right, with Windex and a paper towel. All right, so I'm going to have somebody, April, why don't you come over here? I'm going to have her clean the window with this when I say we're going to have like a little race here. And then I'm going to clean it with my way, okay? So, where's my polishing cloth? Somewhere under here. Okay, so I have,
Is the polishing cloth that purple thing in that?
yeah, and not that anybody has Vaseline or butter on their windows normally, but if anybody has small kids or whatever, you don't know what is on your windows. But I will just say, that's like one of the hardest things to clean, right? A real greasy, oily mess. So I just want to show you. So I'm going to have her clean that side, and I'm going to clean this side. And I'm just going to go up.
But this one I never wet it, so I'm not using it right.
And this one, the window cloth you use dry, okay? The window cloth you use dry, And notice how long it's taken her to clean it.
Come on, April.
I'm pretty good. I'm thorough.
Okay, now I want you to notice.
Looks a little streaky.
All right, I will help her out, I guess.
Almost in party and clean my own room.
I'll help her out. Okay, so
No blinds.
so everybody saw that left a lot of streaks, right? The reason why you get streaks, the reason why you get streaks with that is because you're putting a chemical layer on your surface and then you're smearing it around. I have a blacklight, so I'm going to show you in a little bit what your Clorox bleach wipes and your disinfectant wipes, what they're really doing and what they're leaving on your surface. I love to show people that because I don't think that you can see it until you see it, okay? And so...
I think you're going to have nightmares.
Huh?
I think you're going to have nightmares.
I am like the cleaning.
I know what she's saying.
Oh, and like I said before at the beginning, I don't like I don't like to spend a lot of time on lecturing people about the harms of the chemicals, but I do like to touch on it a little bit, especially for those who have young children or if you have breathing problems or allergies in your home. Because if you do a quick Google search of what bleach is actually doing to your health, they have found there is numerous studies that have linked the use of bleach, Windex, ammonia, all those, every chemical that they have with kidney cancers, liver cancers, COPD, actually causing asthma in children because they're not developed yet, and it's causing those allergies. If you cut out all these chemical cleaners, which are completely unnecessary from your home, you will see a huge difference in your child. They will not have, like my son, his allergies were gone. I used to give him Zyrtec all the time. No more Zyrtec, and it's been for since his because at first when I was first introduced, I will not gonna lie, it took me a while to get rid of all my stuff. It was about 2 years where I was still using it all, interchanging, still thinking, oh, gotta clean that bathroom with this, still doing that. But one day I just boxed it all up, shipped it out of my house, and I've never had to get another chemical cleaner again. But like I said, just look into your favorite cleaning products and do a quick Google search and see what it's doing. Okay, so that's the household package. So again, if you walk over here, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to kind of tap over here and tap on that. Now, you can see a little bit, I probably had a little bit of the Vaseline on my fingers. I should have somebody else who wasn't touching it. But if you go by and you touch it, you're not leaving like a fingerprints because you don't have a chemical layer for the fingerprints to stick to again. Okay? So you're actually removing everything. But when you dust with Pledge or you cleaning with the Windex, you're just putting a layer for that dust to be attracted right back to. So you actually get to clean less when you use Norwex because you're just removing everything. And you were saying, or who was saying about viewer? She has these light fixtures above her island, the big globe ones, and I have them too. I've got to do a before and after video.
I wish you wouldn't have done it
They
already.
get covered with grease from the cooking and everything like that, and dust. And I could never get anything clean. I tried newspaper, Windex, everything to try to get them clean. And I could never do it. And I took the EnviroCloth and the window cloth, and I'd done it, and they're like, my husband even came home and he noticed, and that's saying something. So, but it gets them super clean. And then she was saying that the dust just doesn't recollect on them like it used to. So it really does help you to clean less. Now, does anybody have any questions so far?
I know, especially in the bathroom, I was telling them at work today, like, it's almost like it's waterproof after. Like, it's like a wax almost, and your bathroom stays so much cleaner.
It's just because you're not having that film that everything's sticking to it. That scum can stick to again. It's just removing it because you're actually removing everything. So, and now I will say this, because sometimes if you're somebody who's been using a lot of, you're a normal person, you've been cleaning the way you have been. That's when I say, as soon as you get your EnviroCloth, you're going to be wiping down everything. You're going to be trying to see what it can't do, okay? You're going to be wiping your walls, your everything, scuffs off the walls. It's like amazing. But you'll clean everything. Now what you're doing is you're removing that cleaner from everything, that chemical layer that's on everything. So I do say that after that first initial clean, I would wash it, okay? Because you have that all that soaps, all those chemicals, it's going to be in there. The reason why we don't use soaps with these cloths is because we don't want to. There we go. The fillers and the detergents and the fragrances and everything that's in the soaps, they will bind around that silver and they'll make it ineffective. So then you're not going to have a cloth that is going to self-purify itself. Okay, it will still probably remove, but it makes it less effective even to remove the things from the surface. So if you wash it in a Tide detergent and you then throw in some dryer sheets and everything else that's going to layer that film, they're not going to work. So those are the 3 rules of thumb about washing them. I'll just tell you right now. Free and clear detergent. Free and clear, not free and gentle. There's a difference. And my husband now knows the difference because he was always being free and gentle, thinking he was doing the right thing. Free and clear, and then no dryer sheets and no fabric softeners. Okay? So we'll talk about that in just a few minutes about what you do. Or you can just like boil them on the stove to deep clean them with a little bit of detergent and they come clean. They love heat, so they love really hot water and a hot dryer, just no dryer sheets. Okay? All right, so that's the household package. If you want to add, like the packages are in the back, you can look later when it's time to shop, but you will save a little bit of money if you shop the packages. But then this is the household package plus, and it comes with this little Enviro wand, we call it. You want to turn your fan off and I'll adjust it. So what I love about this is I use this to dust underneath things, to get on top of my fridge, to get high places because I'm short, to get up here. But what I love about it is that you can bend this, so you can really get it in different places. You can go up and you can kind of just go along, and then it's like the dust. There's not even really any dust up there, not much. But you can just go all around. You can go under things, under your fridge, on top of your fridge. What I love to use this for is to stick it down in my dryer. I have a front load wash machine, so the dryer vent, I'll get so much of that dryer lint out of there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you afraid of fires?
Well, that stuff just drives me nuts.
Well, and then you have to like use a spoon or something to get down in there.
I
to get
know,
it
I
out.
know,
I
I
know.
just try
So,
it.
but this works awesome for that, and the fans.
Whatever
So
the buzzer is
I like
getting,
to
it's
shape
like-
mine like kind of like a little square at the top, so that when you go ahead, and then you're gonna just come by. Okay, and you're gonna go like this, and see. Notice how it's not like falling on my head, all that dust. She said she hasn't cleaned her fans. I don't know if I believe her because there's.
I believe her.
I haven't cleaned it since I moved in 6 months ago.
So you can see all the dust, and it just sticks right to it.
Mm-hmm.
So all the dust is in there, and it just sticks, and it's not coming off, okay? Because it's that microfiber, and it just sticks right to it.
And when you wash the next one, it's not putting it on back on.
What's
the
that?
next one, the dust.
Right,
It's not putting it back on the next one.
right. What's that?
Yeah, to the next blade.
Oh,
It's
no,
not
no, no.
transferring
Uh-uh. Yeah, so I don't know which one I did last, but yeah, so then what I also love, and I'll talk about the mop next, okay? The mop system, and this is like the most sought out Norwex stuff, the mop system. Now last month it was awesome because the mop was like our hostess giveaway. It was in the package, but that was just for August. But there are 3 ways you can get the mop. The first way is you can buy it, and it's worth every penny. The second way is you can host a show, and you get a lot of credit for having a Norwex show. You get a lot of good stuff. They are very generous to your hostesses. So I think my average hostess gets about $300 to $500 of free Norwex just for having a show, on average, because the average party sales. So this is the mop, okay? And when you buy the mop, just put this down here. When you get the mop system, you're gonna get this yellow pad, the mop handle, and the blue pad. Okay? So I'll just kind of pass these around. This green pad is a new one that they just came out with, and it's also a dry mop pad like this one. Does anyone use like Swiffers at home where you have to replace those? This is essentially
Bona
it's,
thing or whatever.
right. So Bona. And the Bona pad's reusable. You know, you wash that Bona pad, but you are putting that chemical layer on. So I want you to go ahead and just take this around. And this is the dry mop. So just take it around. Now she has a dog that sheds. So this mop is literally the last mop you will ever have to buy. Now I've had my mop for since I started doing Norwex, because I got it free with my party, so probably, and I didn't get a kit when I signed up for Norwex, because I joined when it was like no sales requirement at all. It was just $10, and it was just, that was it. And I was like, okay, sign me up, because I'll never be able to sell $2,000 in 90 days. Well, I did, but I didn't get the kit. So I've had my own mop for like, I don't know, 5 years or something. Never had to get a new one. You just take the pads off, you throw it away. Now, did you get anything on it?
I mean, there's not much.
Oh, there's 2 little straws.
Okay, so she did get some. She doesn't have much because she just probably cleaned the floors, but she's got some dog hair. Now my friend who's got 2 huskies, she posted a video of her using her on her 2 husky dogs after the night before she had just vacuumed. She's like, I'm so embarrassed to even post this, but I have to, because this is why this mop has saved my life, because it was literally caked. Now, what do you do when that's got caked with hair or whatever you have, is then you take this and you take it off of there, and then you go ahead and just take it to your garbage can, or I just go outside, and then you just brush it and brush all that stuff into the garbage or whatever, and then you just hang it and use it again, okay? I can use my dry mop pad probably 10 times before I throw this in the wash, really. I mean, I don't have a dog that sheds all that much. She's a golden doodle, so she doesn't shed that much, but she does shed, and I have kids, so there's stuff on my floor every day. But it saves me a lot of time, and this is specifically designed to pick up the tiniest little bit of particle of dust. Now that one, the green one, I'm obsessed with it. Just came out last month, and that picks up even bigger particles. Like, it kind of like locks them in there, just kind of like that Enviro wand. It's the same type of thing. So it can, I tested it, it will pick up a Cheerio, it will do all that kind of stuff, because that's important to me, because I just need it to do something really fast, you know. I don't have time. Nobody has time to be cleaning. And but I love that one even better. And then I love it to just like go along, clean your baseboards. What I also love about when you have all this stuff is that you can interchange all this stuff. So she's got a light fixture there that she probably doesn't, you know, if it gets a cobweb on it or whatever, it's probably a big pain in the butt to get up there to get it. So this is, this extends out, and so she could literally just kind of come up and just do it like that. Now everything kind of,
Oh yeah, get the others, yeah.
okay, so then it just kind of, and I don't know if I'm getting anything, but.
It looks like it, maybe that
But
one
if
too.
anybody has like a high surface in their house, you could see where this would be really handy, not have to get a ladder or whatever.
What would Mom do for 3 days? She's like, cleaning the house.
Your dad?
No, my mom. She's making whatever.
Oh, like, no, she definitely would
She'd
not
go to
do
your
that
house
again.
and clean your house. Mom should be here. Why isn't Mom here?
Oh, don't worry, you can have a party at your house. But no, so this is really, and then what I also like to do is there's a tile mop pad, which I don't have here because it's actually hanging at my house, hanging in my shower. But I will take this one and I will put the tile mop pad on it. It's got like little scrubbers kind of. And if you have like a linoleum floor with grout and stuff like that, then you're gonna want the tile one. Or if you have just a bunch of tile anywhere. But then I'll just take this and I'll go up my shower. And it cuts the time so much easier. Okay, so you're just gonna use the tile one wet, you use the blue one. So this is your wet mop. So I always dry mop first, then you get this one wet, wring it out. I would say you get this damp, because you get it wet, but you really, really, really want to wring it out good, okay? You want it damp to use. And then you put it on there, and then you just mop all over. Your floors will dry super, super quickly. No streaks. I have dark floors like these. They're very hard to keep clean. I don't know what I was thinking when I put them in the house. They're shiny, and you can see every little thing. But this will take no time at all, and then you just rinse it out really good. I always just kind of agitate it against itself under the water, hang it to dry, okay? Unless I was like mopping up puke or something, I'm not going to feel like I have to wash it, you know, to get that, you know, all that out. But I just use it over and over and over, okay? So then you can just, then I just love this mop. I honestly think that this is the best mop that anybody can find. Now, again, I said that you could buy it, or you could host a party and get credit, or you can, another way is if you do sign up to become a consultant, it's the $9.99 set, and it does come in part of the package, okay? But we can chat about that if anybody's interested. And like I said, there is a sales requirement of $2,000 within the first 90 days. And that sounds super, super scary. And I have a full-time job and kids, and I'm like, there's no way I'm going to sell $2,000 like that. But it happens very quickly, and then you get your kit, and it's all paid for, and it's good, and you get to keep it all, and you start getting your discount. Or you start getting your discount immediately. But if anybody's interested, just let me know later. But that's another way you can get it if you don't want to pay for it. I think it's still taping, actually. I just think that it goes down. There we go. Okay. Any questions about the mop or any of the other stuff? No? Okay. So now we have a few more products that are my absolute favorites. Oh, we didn't even talk about the dusting mitt, did we? We didn't talk about that yet. So this comes, I forgot to talk about the dusting mitt. This is, you put this on your hand. It's fun. It's right on your hand. You have to rub it against itself to statically charge it, which Brenda was saying she wasn't doing that before, and she thought maybe the dust was kind of falling off of it. But you go like this, and then really anything you touch, you're dusting. Okay?
You have to do that with the cloths as well.
No.
No.
Put it together.
No.
And if you're using the EnviroCloth, anything that you're using dry, you're going to be dusting. Okay, you can dust with the EnviroCloth dry if you can stand to hold it. This is a lot softer. This is, it doesn't have that feel to it. But I love giving this to my kids. They feel like they're cleaning everywhere. I love using this on my blinds, or I'm trying to think, like picture frames, like little things that's a pain in the butt to get a rag and do it all. This is so much easier. And it's going to, if you're going to just need to dust it and not really have to clean something, this is awesome. And it just makes life so much easier. And then I just go by and use my little rubber brush again, or you can just use a comb or whatever and just knock all the dust off. Okay, and you can use that over and over and over. You can throw this in the wash too. Everything you can wash. You can take this thing right off and throw it in the wash, okay? This, you can also use wet to clean. So I've used this, the only thing I really use it for to clean would be my screens outside, which I never knew that I wanted to clean them. But when I got this and someone said, it's awesome to clean your screens, I'm like, okay, I've never cleaned my screens, but here we go. And I go out and I took my screens off, and you just get this wet and rub them, and this thing was like black. And then I got to see out my windows so much better. So it makes you clean things you wouldn't normally clean, I guess, is having all this stuff, because it's just so much easier and saves you so much time. Okay, so we did the mop. It's pretty cool because our mop head is recycled. There's like 2 plastic water bottles worth of plastic that's in there. They recycle everything. There is, if anybody has like high windows in their house, like, you know how some of the new great rooms have like big windows up top, you can, there's like brackets for the mop that you can put a window cloth, like put that on here. So you can use the wet mop pad to clean the window and then take the window cloth and do that, okay? Or if she ever wanted, I don't know if these windows, they look like they fold in, so you don't have to do that. Windows outside, if you wanted to clean, that would be really easy too. Okay, so we're on page 18. We'll talk about the kitchen real quick. So everybody wants to know, like, why do they make different cloths? Why not just clean your kitchen with the EnviroCloth? You certainly can, but the kitchen cloth is made a little bit differently, and I'll tell you why. So this also has the back lock in it. You don't want to use dish soap on this. You don't want to use any soap. Again, just water, because if anything that has that back lock, no soap, okay? But the reason this is made the way it is it's got ridges like that. It's made to dry really quickly, and then it cleans up like crumbs and everything. It will stick right in there. And so this is what I use in place of paper towels. This cloth, this and this towel. Okay, this is essentially the same thing, it's just bigger. These are going to hold 7 times their weight in water. Okay, so they are super, super absorbent. My son the other day spilled like, what was it, like probably a quarter gallon of milk all over my floor. And I was like, okay, I'm going to put this to the test. So I took this down, I laid it down all over, and then I just kept using the same cloth. It never once dripped, and I got the entire mess cleaned up with just this. No running back and forth to the sink for more paper towels or all this, just this. my husband, I finally got him reaching for this and this before a paper towel, because he used to be like Amazon bulk paper towel person, and I'm like, I have nowhere to put those boxes, and I'm not even using them, so please stop buying them. So now he's finally cut them out of the order. But I'll let you hold these. These do have that little grabby feel a little bit. Not as bad, but you will kind of feel that kind of grab. But I use this to clean up after my counters, my table, after we've eaten dinner, crumbs everywhere. That's what I use this for, okay? My EnviroCloth is more used to clean. Like if I'm cleaning my house, or cleaning out the fridge, or cleaning whatever. But they do the same thing. This is going to self-purify itself and everything else. So they come in a lot of fun colors, and so that is that. And they come in like some trio packages and sets, so you can look at that.
How often are you washing the one in your kitchen then?
Again, because it's very easily, it will release all those crumbs and all that stuff, and it easily just rinse it out. Even when I cleaned up that mess with the milk, I took that towel and I just rinsed it really, really well, and then hung it to dry. And once it was dry again, it didn't have a sour smell, nothing, because it all rinsed out and self-purified itself. So, and you were saying about the school, like they just use rags that just sit in water, and they really, that's
I didn't know they did that.
I know.
Yeah.
I didn't put today.
Yeah, that's not good. Now, this, I'm going to pass this around. It's never been used, so if you're worried about it. But this is, I thought that this was the most useless piece of garbage when I first saw it. I was like, what is this thing? This is a net. Why? This is going to clean my dishes. They said this is going to clean your dishes better than anything's ever cleaned your dishes, and it's never going to smell like dirty dish rag. And I was like, sold. Give me it. Let me try it. Once you use it, it gets softer. But my mom is constantly coming over being like, how long have we had this dish rag here? I'm like, an hour? Quit. I don't know. So I just threw them all away. That's the only thing I use. And so what that is now, that is not microfiber, and it doesn't have the backlock in it or whatever. So you can use Dawn dish soap if you have it, or you don't have to have our dish soap, although I think it's the best. But you don't have to. But that you can just easily rinse the food out. And it does. But it can, but you know what you want to use on the car is the EnviroCloth or the car mitt.
Yeah.
I feel like I want to go to the car wash and tell them.
Is that what you were moving?
Because they need.
Yeah.
Has anybody gone to the Dolphin car wash lately and got your car washed? They spray.
They suck.
Yeah, they do suck. I tried washing the truck the other day.
They suck really bad, and inside, like if you're driving at night, you can't even see because it's so streaky and foggy. I need to go there. I need to go there and show them like half my windshield with it, and then half my windshield, and say, buy some of these, you guys, and just use water. Yes, just use water. Because, I said to my brother, he took my car the other day, and I gave him an EnviroCloth and a window cloth. And he's like, what am I doing with this? And I'm like, you're going to clean my entire car with this. Like, scrub the carpets, whatever you want to do it. He came back, and he was like, Katie, look at this. And he's like, okay, cleaning outside my windows, and I go, I know he goes, you need to go to the car wash. I go, I know, but I'm like, what am I going to go in there like a little,
No, we'll just see your idea.
So, yeah, but he's like, I go, I know all those kids and the chemicals they're spraying all the time. He goes, they're not going to care about the chemicals. They're going to care how
They care about the $2. They
and how
care.
effective this is. And the money they're going to save because of how fast this works. And they specifically make car cloths and car
Listen,
mitts.
we don't want to work faster.
So this is a must. They come in a pack of 2, and I love them. They come in blue and
So
gray.
you have people that own franchises of those car washes. You might have a good deal that you could get into.
I know, but I just gotta, get the guts to get myself.
Yeah,
in
my
and go
neighbor
talk to
owns someone on the south side. You should talk to the Jennings.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
What, Carrie?
Yeah.
I know
Nina.
Carrie.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
own that super
I think Nora was telling her about this, and I don't think she'd known about it. I'll have to tell. Nora's
Is it one where they clean it for you though?
No, because
No,
that's
it's
what
a
I mean.
superwash.
Right.
Yeah, but I feel like the
Mhm.
ones where they're spraying
Right,
and they're
yeah.
using that shampoo and you can't even breathe when you get in your car and drive away. That's they would save a lot of money if they would take care of
Or
them.
when they're wiping you down with a wet towel already.
Right, I know, it's gross.
Ridiculous.
These are the Enviro sponges. These are new, so if you're a sponge lover, a lot of people love their sponges. This is a very dense, I'll pass this around. It's EnviroCloth on one side and then it's scrubby on the other. You basically just use it anywhere you would use a sponge. It's just another kind of product that they're going to give you. There's a bunch of other products that you can look at, like a fruit and veggie scrub cloth. This is not backlock either, so it's scrubby on one side and soft on the other. You can literally, you don't even have to peel your carrots anymore, scrub your potatoes, do everything. Your apple, we took like 2 apples that were organic from Aldi, and we used this on one of them, and then left the other one and poured boiling water over them. And the one that we didn't use this on had a film of white wax still on it on the organic apple. So they're still putting that wax coating on your apples to make them shiny and look nice. But this is so nice to have. Now, obviously, if you have grapes or berries or whatever, you're not going to scrub each one. So there is a produce wash that we have that you just put in water and it gets all that residue and crap off there. But there's this. This is the all-purpose kitchen cloth. Again, not backlock, so you can use whatever. I find this to be not really. I don't really use this cloth. I'll be honest, because I love the kitchen cloth so much. And then they have like a scrubby one, so just to scrub like pots and pans or whatever. So the next thing I want to show you is the cleaning paste. Now this stuff, so sometimes you need a little more, okay? Sometimes you're going to need a little more. You have a heavier duty cleaning job, you're going to need a little more. This is the cleaning paste, and this is awesome. What'd you say? Now you can smell this. This has a smell to it, so if you're somebody who like loves the clean smell, and that's going to be hard for you, there's a couple different things you can do, like essential oils. You can use them with all of our stuff. You could spray, with a citrus oil or whatever to give yourself give a little bit of a scent. But this is, marble flour, natural soap, and traces of coconut oil. Now, what that does is there's like so many uses for this. This, you can shine up your stainless steel, like, beautifully. Your granite countertops, you know how sometimes they get that kind of foggy look to them. You take this on there and you wipe it with that and then EnviroCloth. If you get crayon on the walls, crayon on the dressers, wherever. I'm trying to think where else I use it on. Scuff marks on my walls. Shine up your sinks, whatever. Your bathtub, your grout, and your shower. It really is like magic eraser, but it's not harmful. And if you ever have to buy that twice from me, I'll probably give you the second one for free because you'll never run out of that stuff. I've had that for like 4 years, and look at how much little I've had. And I'll show you quickly how.
And it really works as stainless. I would sell my appliances right now.
No,
I hate
listen.
it so much.
Don't sell your appliances.
Even if it's Enviro,
Don't sell your appliances. I use my EnviroCloth and I will show you a before and after. I had a friend that was using an all-natural stainless steel cleaner after she'd been using all these other stainless steel cleaners. And you could see one side that she used the EnviroCloth and one side she didn't. And it's amazing. However, if your stainless steel is like, you feel like it's too far gone that you want to get rid of it because it just doesn't ever come clean. Even with stainless steel cleaner.
Yeah, it's not
Okay.
that old.
Now,
It's not that old.
listen, this is what I want to tell you. Have you been using stainless steel cleaner on it?
I have, but then I switched,
What do you
going
use
back
on
and
it?
forth to everything. I had
Okay. So here's what she's done to her
I used
appliances.
to use olive oil.
Yeah. This is what you've done, though. So my friend was in the same boat. Her appliances were a year old. She bought the EnviroCloth and the window cloth, and she called me and said, I don't like it. It's not working. She bought it specifically for her stainless steel. She said, it's not working. And I'm like, you're doing something wrong. I got to come over. So I went over there. I'm like, I've never had someone say that they don't like their EnviroCloth and window cloth. So I went over there, and I'm like, what are you doing wrong? I wiped on there, and she was right. It was not coming off. And so I'm like, I had this in my car. I'm like, wait a minute, let me go out and get this. So I got this, and I used this on her stainless steel, and I literally scrubbed away like a thick layer of whatever it was, like the film of whatever, and it shined up beautifully. And I swear, I think she could have kissed me because she was like so excited that this worked. So yes, you can definitely give this a try. Now I will say, anything that you buy from Norwex has a 60-day money-back guarantee. So if for whatever reason you don't like it, you can send it back. And all the microfiber products have a 2-year warranty. And most of the stuff, even the dryer balls and stuff like that, they all have 2-year warranties too. So you can really trust this stuff. But I want to show you. So this is permanent marker on this tile. Where's my bag here? So you just take this, and it's a Sharpie. That's permanent marker. And this is why I like the charcoal EnviroCloth, because this will kind of stain, your cloth until you wash it. But you go ahead and just take it. And this took it off of my table, like hers is. Like my kids drew on it with black marker, and it takes it right off. Barely any scrubbing. Okay, this will take stains out of your tub, like all kinds of stuff. It just takes it right off. Okay, and then I'm obsessed with the paste. I use it on everything. And like I said, it's barely gone. Like I'm never gonna run out of this. I'll probably have to leave it in my will for my kids, but it's it's really good. So then that was that. That's the cleaning paste, and then this is the chenille hand towel, which I love. This is it loops on I leave mine right on my dishwasher. It loops on. They come in like 4 really cute colors, except the purple doesn't come out until October. But this has got the backlock system in it, and I'll pass this around. They have ones for the kids, different animals. But I love it because it's never gonna like fall off, or the kids aren't gonna be able to just like pull it off leave it on the floor or whatever. It's never gonna smell because it's got that backlock in it. So after you wash your hands, you're no longer reaching for a paper towel to dry them. You just do it on this, and it dries them so nicely. If anybody wants to get their water and their hands wet or whatever and try it, because I grab that instead of a paper towel 90% of the time now. Just use that. And then I only wash mine like once every month or something with that one. So,
Well, I just bought stainless steel cleaner again, a different one. It's on its way.
oh gosh. Yep, see? We'll return it because you're getting something else that's going to work. Okay, so
Where's that one in the book?
which one?
The one you just showed for over your dishwasher or the cleaner?
Yeah, I think it's.
The hand thing.
Oh,
I
that, the
think
chenille
we'll-
hand towels? Let's see, where are they? They might be by the bathroom.
I'm gonna get one of these.
They're on page 40. They're good for they're great for the bathroom or a guest bathroom or anything like that where I love them, and they're real soft.
Oh yeah. My hands are even softer. Like
Oh,
you
I
said.
gotta show you guys
Make me
this.
feel different.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
The oven,
Crazy.
I want to show you guys my before and after of my oven because it was,
I like the blue.
Blue it is, Nevada.
Well, that one's teal.
Oh, teal.
I like
okay,
that.
this is my before oven door. This is before it
I
had
haven't used mine
it
yet.
had
I
never
can't
been
wait.
cleaned.
The inside of it?
Yeah, the inside of the door.
I felt so much better when you said
Never
you never
been
cleaned your
cleaned.
oven.
Never been cleaned.
I feel like I have stuff between my panes in my
And
oven.
this-
I
Yes.
can't even get it in.
Oh, and my mom knows how to do that.
You gotta take it apart. I saw that on a YouTube thing.
No,
You
I
gotta
did
take
on
the
my
drawer
old one,
apart.
but not the new one.
I'm not doing that.
Wow.
I'm the only one who notices it.
I got big drips on the inside now. I can see them, and we
Now,
can't figure out on my new one how to get
so
them
yeah,
out.
that's the before and then 10 minutes later
You
without
cook
using
bacon.
Yes,
You cook
I
bacon
do.
in
I do.
there.
I cook a lot of stuff in there.
What
What did you use on it?
You'll
be okay.
The oven and grill
Okay.
cleaner.
Okay.
So
Yeah,
I love this product. This is one of my all-time favorites. I haven't used it on a grill, but I guess I could give it. That's another thing you could give your husband
Yeah.
to try. But like you preheat your oven to 100 degrees or the lowest temp it'll go. You spray this pretty liberally inside, and you shut the oven off. You shut the door, let it do the work for you for about 10 minutes, 10 minutes. And then if it's really, really bad, you might have to use a little bit more. And then they say just to use an EnviroCloth to clean it out. Now, if you feel like you need a little more, this is what I used for my oven door because that had a bunch of baked on stuff that had been there for 5 years. So I did use this, my little mighty pot scrubber thing, and then just it rinses out like so nicely and so clean, and then it got all that gunk off. So it was really, really great. I think you could also use the this little guy too, but I haven't used him. Okay, so now let's talk about the bathroom and then how to clean your cloths. Okay, so the bathroom, like we talked about, the oven and
I know, but I gotta talk to him.
oh, go ahead. This is the oven, or the
My
sorry, the
son
bathroom.
from Alaska.
Oh yeah, you guys like that. This is what I use for my bathroom. So it's got a scrubby side, and then it's this, and then my hand doesn't get to touch anything. So so just the other day I was cleaning my bathroom. So I went in, I use the Blue Diamond bathroom cleaner. You dilute this, so you use like a capful of this, and I put it in a spray bottle with water, and then you spray it everywhere. It just gives it a little bit of a scent, and I also use this for my toilet bowl cleaner. But you just use that, put a little bit of dab on here or whatever, and you just go to town and scrub everything. I always save my toilet for last, but I will do everything all around the toilet. You know, like the base of it, all behind it, and then I just rinse it out, rinse it real good, and then you hang it to dry in your shower or wherever on the hook of your vanity or whatever, and it's good to use for the next time. Okay? Remember, I'm going to prove this to you that it really does work like
Do
that.
you have to use the solution with it?
No. Mm-mm. Nope. You can clean, like, it will shine up, take the water spots off your faucet, clean up your sinks, clean your bathtub, scrub your tile and your grout, all that kind of stuff. But, like, if you're really cleaning your tile, grout or something like that, you may need, like, the descaler or the mold and mildew remover spray or something if you have, like, a job like that. But to maintain it, no, nothing needed. Does anybody have hard water? So, you have hard water buildup that gets like on shower doors and all that stuff. The descaler is an awesome product for that, and you can just spray and walk away. So that's the mitt there, and then we.
Where do you keep all these? Do you keep them in like a little closet? Like
No, so I have I just got my little stuff now. So I have a shower bar, or like a bar that I put up in my laundry room. And then I just got the little hooks and everything just goes in.
And its own little.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, I just hang it all over. It's like
Oh, yeah,
hang it on
yeah.
knobs everywhere. I mean, I've got stuff all over the place. And it's fun because like I don't ever have like Lacey's little guy. I don't know if you know Lacey McConaughey, but like I always tell this story because it just got to me. But like one time she was getting ready. Walker was under a year old. He's sitting there and she's getting ready, not paying attention. He got into some toilet bowl cleaner, and she didn't realize it. When she looked down, he was in a puddle of it, and she panicked, like freaked out because she thought he drank it, and she rushed. She said she had him on her lap, driving him to the ER, was just like losing her mind. Well, he had not drank it. He was fine, but the doctor didn't take his pants off or whatever to look. Now he's got terrible burns on the back, like a big burn on the back because that toilet bowl cleaner sitting on his skin just ate his skin away. And now he's 3 and he's got these burns on the back. But the doctor probably felt like a moron for not, taking his pants off and thoroughly looking at him. But yeah, that was sad. But then I just don't have to worry about that. If you have little kids, then you just don't have to worry about that in your house. All right, this is another one of my favorites. This is the body cloth. They come in a pack of 3. You get to wash your face and body with no soap. No soap. So this is going to pull all the dirt and oil from your body, from your skin. Now, I don't know if anybody's gone soap-free. I still use shampoo. But I will say that for the last 8 weeks, I have not used any soap. I wanted to give this a try and see what it... And I also switched deodorants because I was using the Secret Clinical Strength, which was like the only thing that worked, I felt like. I stopped using that, and I use the salt stick now. Now, for about 10 days, I did not think it was going to cut it. It was not going to cut it. I was going to go back to Secret, and if I hadn't had somebody tell me to just wait it out, it's going to take you about 10 days to detox, and it did, and now, I'm not kidding, it's like you have no odor ever.
Oh, I was
Does
stinky
it
last
burn your
couple days.
armpits?
No.
Like you
The salt
shave
stick?
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
No.
Mm-mm. No, it doesn't. You wet it and then you put it on there. So I love it. I love that. This is the body cloth though. So everyone always wants to ask me, this is the makeup cloth. It will remove your mascara, your lipstick, whatever with just water. I'm going to give a couple of these away tonight, but you can do that. And so the makeup cloth, it does what it says. It's going to remove makeup. It's not going to wash your face. Okay? This is going to wash your face. And I feel like I don't wear a lot of makeup, and I don't really wear a lot of mascara. This, I think, is better at removing mascara, but this one, people say this one still will take your mascara off. But yes, then you hang it in there and let it dry, okay? And then once it's dry, it's clean again to use. They also have like a body scrub one that is an exfoliator one, so you can pass those around and feel them. These are softer than the EnviroCloth.
Has Randy bought into this?
Yeah, I threw away his loofah the other day because he's a loofah lover.
I got it on right now.
Can you
use soap with it though?
No soap. It's got backlash.
It's not that.
You can use the Norwex body gel or something like that. You can use any Norwex product. Is okay to use, but no, you can't because we're free of like the parabens, the fillers, the sulfates, anything like that that's harmful or associated with
Well, I use Arbonne too, though.
Yeah, that's great.
So you
Arbonne
can
is
use
a great
Arbonne
company.
too?
Maybe if it's not, I don't know. I'm gonna say no.
No, you
because-
can't say it. Like, yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna say I don't know. If you wanna, because I'm just gonna stick with, it's just meant to use with water, because I think that's.
Well,
really
and
what
it
is.
sounds to me like some of these cleaning products are just there to like soften the blow that you're not using a
Well,
cleaning product.
it's actually, they work, so somebody asked me
Like,
that the other day,
no
they're like,
shower
okay,
gel.
you're going chemical free, but you still have chemicals. And so I thought that was a good question. So what's in these to make them not harmful? And so many of these
Like, do you drink those?
are vegetable based. Now they say, like some of them, that's a good question too, because they say, obviously they say not to.
We
Put
had a
it
chick
on
that came
here.
to my house selling cleaning supplies on the west side that one time, and she's like, "You can drink it." She
It
took
says,
the lid off.
it does say keep out of the reach of children, this cleaner, it will, but I've had this on my skin.
Uh-huh.
It says that it's really irritating, but it hasn't bothered me. A lot of them are vegetable based, like the toilet bowl cleaner and all that, that's all biodegradable, so it's really great for your septic systems, and, so I don't really know, I have to be honest, I'll have to look at the ingredient list a little bit further, but I know that they say that everything that they have is just not the harmful chemicals, so you're not gonna get those fumes, like when you're cleaning your bathroom and all that. I wanna show you though the blue diamond, so I have this penny, and everybody can look at it before I dip it in this blue diamond, because I wanna just show you how, let it dry out a little bit. I wanna show you how concentrated it is. So you just have to use a little bit, and then you just dip, I'm just gonna dip half of this penny in here, and within seconds you're gonna see like how the enzymes just kind of eat away at that grime and everything else that you have. So, give it a little bit more. You'll be able to see half and half. So do you see the difference? Okay, right from there. You see the difference of that. So it's really, really concentrated. You wouldn't use it at this. Like I said, I dilute mine. But yeah, it does actually just shine that penny right out there. They have bath towels. I purchased 4 now that I've become a consultant. I get a discount on them because they are expensive. They're $40 a towel. But I bought 6 for my house over the time. I've kind of purchased one over here and there. And then now I got to throw away all my old stinky towels that don't work anyway. And they're just a big body cloth essentially, because they're really, really absorbent, and they're gonna clean and not smell. You don't have to wash them but once every 10 days, so that's a lot less laundry for me too. Okay, the last thing I want to talk about is our detergent. So how you clean, best care for your cloths is a free and clear detergent. You can use any brand free and clear detergent, but I feel like ours is the best. And the reason is it's 100% biodegradable, no phosphates, no sulfates, no fillers, no animal testing, no dyes, no fragrances. It's super hypoallergenic, but it is so effective. Now, does anybody have a high efficiency washer?
Yeah.
Okay. If you have a high efficiency washer, guess how much of this powder that you have to use?
I'm hoping not a lot.
A half a teaspoon. For a whole load. Whole load. And I'm not kidding, it cleans better. It's like, again, like everything else that they sell, it's super concentrated. This is a sample bag. It says 50. If you don't, then you have to use a half a scoop, and it comes in a scoop in here. So it will give you, this says like 35 loads. This is a sample bag. The bag you get is bigger. It's a lot bigger. And tonight, if you spend over $100, you will get $10 off a bag of the detergent. Okay, to best. And it's really comparable to like Tide. I think Tide's like what, 18, 19 bucks at the store. And I don't know how many loads you get out of that, but ours is $24.99, and you get, I mean, if you have a high efficiency, it's going to last you a really long time.
So are you using that on all your laundry or just
All
your
my laundry.
Okay.
All my laundry.
How do you use powder? I mean,
You just put it right in the drum. Right in the drum.
I'm thinking, so you don't put it in that.
Right in the drum. Now, next month, they're coming out with a liquid detergent where you get 215 loads out of the bottle, and it's super, super concentrated enzyme-based detergent, but it's not released until October. So I'm really excited about that one too, because I do like a liquid detergent. One thing that this is really good for too, though, is if anybody has a funky smell in their wash machine, I used like half a scoop of this and I just put it inside there and I ran it on a hot cycle and it took the smell out. And then what else it did is it took the gunk out of the rubber thing that was disgusting, and it made it so much easier to clean, and it's never returned. They say that the regular detergents that you're using, they have a ton of fillers, so that's all that extra filler, that's what's gunking up the front. And then it's also breaking down your clothes a lot faster, and so that's why you have so much lint all the time. I have so much less, not that that's a big deal, but I do have, it's a big deal to my clothes. It's not a big deal to clean the dryer vent out, but I have to do that a lot less too. We have these dryer balls, and these are my favorite ones. They come in a pack of 3. They're wool dryer balls, 100% wool. You can add an essential oil to them if you want to fluff, to give your clothes a little bit of scent. You use all 3 in your load, and it's going to go in between, create air pockets, cut the drying time, decrease static, and kind of fluff your clothes. And that's what you use instead of dryer sheets. Those have a 2-year warranty as well. But I've had mine for like 4 years. So
I would say I've had forever.
yeah, I've had mine forever. And if they stop like cutting the static, they say what you need to do is put them in a thin sock and throw them in the wash machine, and then dry them, and it kind of like resets them.
Get some going.
Yes, it resets them. So, and if this is a teaspoon of our detergent in water. Look at it. You don't see any. I mean, there's detergent in there. You can see when I shake it up, but it is fully dissolves completely, and it cleans. Like I don't know if anybody saw my Facebook video of my daughter recently. Sorry, I didn't mean to take that. The permanent marker all over her white tank top and shorts and herself and everything. Well, I was gonna throw that tank top away, but I threw it. I'm like, let me just test this. I threw it in with just this, no stain or spot treatment, and it completely removed it. So I know, and it takes like the yellow armpit stains out of like, your husband's t-shirts and stuff like that. It does that really well too. So that is that. And the only last thing I wanted to talk about, and this is not like as a shock value thing, but this is our mattress cleaner. This is something I cannot live without. You love it?
Yeah.
Do you use it? Did you have anybody?
I'm out. I need to buy more tonight.
Did you have anybody with allergies or anything before and after? Because I love to ask people about that.
Yeah, but
Like, what makes you love it? Just the fact that you're cleaning it? Okay. Because we shed 80 pounds of skin per year.
I don't want to talk about that. I'm leave the room for that right now.
Well, where is it?
It's in the mattress. It's in the mattress.
80% of that skin is in your mattress and your pillow. And what eats that is dust mites.
Exactly.
And what do? They poop. And that's what we're allergic to. So when you wake up stuffy or your eyes are puffy or whatever, that's because we're having that allergic reaction to all that dust mite.
But I have a mattress cover and a sheet. Not a sheet. How is that getting to my mattress?
Well, it does.
Go get ya.
It does. Now, they have, if you had a big dust bunny here, now, because what this is meant to do, it's another enzyme-based cleaner. You spray about 8 to 12 sprays on your mattress every 3 months. You have to stay off your mattress for 3 hours. You let it work, and it eats its way through your mattress, and it will remove all organic material, aka skin and all organic material from your mattress, and it won't stop until it's done. It will keep working its way down through your mattress. Yep. The enzymes, and that's what enzymes do, is they kind of eat it and dissolve it. Now, the reason you have to do it every 3 months is because you continue to sleep on it. You can also use this on carpet, stuffed animals, whatever. Anything soft and plush. This has saved a lot of my friends that have allergies, the kids with allergies. Again, I use this on my son's bed. If you have a memory foam mattress, though, they say to be careful with those because it can kind of eat away at that memory foam. So you don't want to do that. But you can use this on your comforter, your pillows, whatever. Okay. Some people are like, it doesn't bother me. They're too small to think about. But if you have allergies or something, it's a great thing.
I'm like thinking about my mattress like decreasing by like 3 inches.
Okay, so everybody got an envelope, right?
Yes.
Oh.
Yes, I
Okay.
got it. On mine.
So everybody got. Don't open them yet, okay? I'm going to explain what it is. This is the only game that we do, okay? So, yeah, I hate games too. I don't either, and it's not a game. All you have to do is open an envelope or not. Okay. In the envelopes, there is 1 grand prize, which tonight is I'm gonna give away a bottle of our odor eliminator. All these enzyme-based products and all this stuff, they are $29.99, but you have to think about they last forever because you dilute them. So they really do last a long time. I love this. This is like instead of your Febreze or whatever, you keep it in your bathroom, keep it wherever you have stink.
So
Okay.
it's gonna make my couch not smell like
Yes.
couch. My
Yes.
dog.
Yes.
Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah.
This is you're gonna be able to win this. There's $5 off. There's tons of free shipping coupons in there. There's some other prizes like the body cloth, the window cloth, the produce bag, like
Sit down,
makeup
girls.
cloth, like a bunch of stuff in there. Okay.
Serious.
And then that's in, I think, half of the envelopes. The other half say book a party. Okay, so you can book a Facebook party or a home party. I love doing the home parties because I feel like not everything, you can't do this on Facebook, I feel like. I mean, you can, but you can't see and hear everything that you need to do. I feel like it's more of a class than anything. So, if you absolutely do not want me to come to your house and you do not want me to have a party with you, just hand me the envelope back and you do not have to play. Okay? If you want to see what's in your envelope, go ahead and open it. Now, but before you do that, if you are somebody who are like, I am having a party, I want to have a party, and I don't need, you can still open your envelope too, don't worry about it. But if you know for sure that you want to have a party tonight, I will give you, and you tell me that before you open your envelope, you will get, this is our little hostess booklet, it just tells you what the specials are, but there's a prize in here, and this prize is a blue diamond cleaner, there's a cleaning paste prize, or whatever you want. Whatever, product you want, I will bring you that product at your show. Okay? So that's what you will get if you choose to do that. So we can all, I just wanted to explain that before we get ready to shop, because I'm going to do the demo real quick, and then we're going to be done and shop and do whatever. But I just wanted to explain that. Okay.
Yeah.
Come on over to the kitchen. I have some raw chicken I'm going to show you guys. Hang on. I'll shut this off.